Good day everyone, welcome to this tutorial. Today we are going to look at May-June 2021 paper 3-1. We are going to look at the data analysis, which is the spreadsheet aspect of this paper. So I believe that you know how to create your work area. I have created my own work area. I call it Raphael. If you want to create your work area, just right click, go to new, then you click on file. At the time you click on file, then you now rename your folder. So a work area is a folder containing the source files that you will be using for this paper. So now let me quickly open the question paper. So this is the question paper. ICT May-June 2021 paper 3-1. The ICT code is 0417 and this is the May-June series. So we are going to look at the data analysis aspect of this paper. So task 5, data analysis. Task 5, data analysis. You are going to use a spreadsheet to list properties in Bali that match the location and room type entered by the user. Step 14, open and examine the files J2131 home.csv and J2131rate.csv. So the file format in this file is in CSV. So in a spreadsheet package, row 2 in the file J2131 home.csv contains the location of the properties, and row 3 to 8 contain the names of properties. These files will be used to provide data for your spreadsheet and must not be changed. Open and examine the file J2131 list.csv in a spreadsheet package. So now let's quickly go to the work area and examine the 3 files. So let me open my work area. So this is my work area. So let me open the first one, which is the list. So the file is opened. So this is the first file. So let me expand this so that everything will be visible. So we have Bali holiday homes, list of suitable properties for your choosing location, room type, number of person, breakfast provided. So this is the file that we'll be working on. So this is the model that has been created. So we call it existing model. So now let's open the second file. So this is the second file. So this file is the rate file. So look at the code, look at the persons, then look at the rate per night, then this is the breakfast. Now looking at this file, there is tendency in this paper that we are going to do what is called VLOOKUP, because if you look at the arrangement of this file, the arrangement is in vertical, so there is tendency that we are going to do a VLOOKUP in this paper. Now let's go and observe the third one, which is, okay, not this one. I think I have it here, so maybe I have not copied it. I have not copied it. I think it should be home. Okay, this is the file. So let me open it. So this is the third file. So this file contains the property tables. That is property tables. So this is the location. This is the location. So let me minimize it. So this is the file we are going to work on. Now we have examined the three files. Data has been placed into cell B4 and B5 to help you test your model. Place in the header left aligned the test list prepared by. So it will be in the header, then followed by a space, your name, center number, and candidate number. So this is how to create header in a spreadsheet. Go to insert, click on insert. You may not see header and footer on your ribbon. Just go to test. When you click on test, you will see header and footer. Just click on it. So this is your header. This is the left align, center align, and right align. But according to the question, the header should be left aligned. So last prepared by, then followed by a space, your name, center number, and candidate number. So let's quickly do that right away. So this is the left align of the header. So list prepared by, then space, name. I will type my name, command, NG466. So that is the center number. I will use command to separate it. Then candidate number 0001. Now let's go back to the question. See the next. So then a space followed by on. Then a space, then followed by on, then followed by a space and today's automated date. Space, today's automated date. So it means that you have to make sure that the time and date of your system is correct, because it's going to display the current date. So I will click on current date, which is the automated date. Set today's automated date. So I will click on current date. So we have successfully created our header. So if you look at the next question, there is no footer, so it means that we can close the header right away. In case if they ask you to create footer after creating header, so there's no need of closing the header, so you can quickly go to footer. But in this question they didn't ask us to create a footer, so just click on any blank space to close the header. So now you can now navigate to normal. So when you click here, your file will go to normal, but here is on page layout. So I will click on normal. By the time I click on normal, you may not be able to see the header that I have created, but never mind, the header that I have created is already there. Then how can you view the header that you have created? So just go to file, then you go to your print preview. When you click on print preview, you will see the header. So this is the header that I have created in this paper. Yes, we are good to go. We are going gradually. So we are done with this one. We are done with this. We are done with this. We are done with this. So save this as a spreadsheet with the file name. With the file name. Then they've given us the example. This is the example we are going to use. The example we are going to use. So I will copy this. But don't forget, that day, the day of your exam, you will not have opportunity to copy, because the paper that you are going to be given will be hard copy. So please, you are going to type, and all what you are going to type is going to be 100% accuracy. So take note of that. Good. Go to file, then save as. So make sure you locate your work area and save it into your work area, which is your folder. So this is my folder. So I will change 0001, then the center number is NG466. So then I will change the file type from CSV, which is comma separated the value. I will change it to Excel workbook. So then I will save. So I have successfully saved this file. So we are done with this. Done with this. Now step number 15, format the spreadsheet to look like this. We are going to format it to look like this. Format the merge cell A1 to B1 to contain white 28 points. So the white they are talking about here is the test. That is the test color. So then this is the background. Then the font has been given as 28 points. 28 points. So now let's go there. So the next thing we are going to do is to merge this. Let's merge this. So when you select it, go to merge and center. Then after that, let's change the font to 28. then the font family is not given. It's not given, but it's going to look exactly like this. So I think we can still use calibrate or area. So let's leave it as calibrate, but let's bold it. Then this one, let's merge this, merge and center according to the question. So you can see this one is merge and center. Then let's try and center all this, then and bold them. So let's center this. Let me bold it. Let me center this one, center and bold, and this one, and center it, then I'm bold. So we are good to go. So we are good to go. So now what we are going to do is this. Let me look at the question again. List. Okay, this one is not centered. This one is not centered. Okay. Let me look at this. Okay. Okay. Yes, it's fine. Now adjust this a bit. Okay, I think it's good this way. Okay, now if you look at this, you can see there's element of border. So let's quickly apply the border. So let's select everything. Then you right click, you go to format cell, then you click on border, click on this, 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 then click OK. So you can see the border. Yes, it's good this way, but one thing is missing, still missing here. If you look at row 2 is almost hidden. So let's go and do that. So move your cursor to this place, click, hold and drag up a bit. So yes, we are good to go. We are good to go. So let me increase the font of this one to 12, despite the fact that it's not stated in the question, so that it will be clearly visible. So I think the font is look the same like this. So now we are done. So now let me do the background. So the background is black. They didn't specify the percentage, so you can pick any black color. Then the text should be white. So we are good to go. So I'm done with this. Enter a function in cell B7 which, depending on the room type, look up the number of persons. So this is what we are looking up to. Look up the number of persons from this file. So this one will now be our table array. So this is what we are looking up to, the number of what? Number of person. So, and we are going to depend on the room type. So now we are going to enter this function in cell B7. So let's quickly do that. Cell B7, this is B7. Don't forget, I said there is element of VLOOKUP here, because the table that we are going to make reference to, the arrangement is in vertical. So it's going to be VLOOKUP. So take note of that. VLOOKUP. Now the lookup table, the lookup value is going to be B5. B5 is the lookup table. Then the lookup value. So the lookup table is the rate table. So this is the lookup table. Then command. That the column index. The column index is in column number 2. Column number 2. So it's going to be 2. Type 2. Then command. So exact match, which is false. Then close the bracket. Then press enter. So now in this case, the room type is Q. Then the number of person is 3. Now let's go and confirm it from the lookup table. So this is Q and the number of person is 3. So you can see it. So it means that the function that we have applied is correct. Now let's go back to the question. So we are done with this. Enter the function in cell B8. So we are now on step number 17. Enter the function in cell B8, which depending on the room type display whether breakfast is provided using the file J2131 rate. So it means that when we apply the function, if the breakfast is provided, is going to display yes. It's going to display yes according to the. Now this is breakfast. So if the breakfast is provided, it's going to display yes. If the breakfast is not provided, it's going to display no. So, and that is the function that we are going to apply. So we are going to apply it in what cell is that? What cell is that? Okay, that is cell B8. Cell B8. So this is the cell equals to VLOOKUP. So we are still using the same lookup value, which is B5. Then command. Then the table array is going to be from here to breakfast. From here to breakfast. Then command. The column index is column number 4. Column number 4, which is the breakfast. Column number 4. Go to type 4, then command. So the range lookup is false. Is false. Then close the bracket, then you press enter. So you can see that in this case, breakfast is provided. So it's displaying yes. It's displaying yes. Now let me test run this. Let's see where the breakfast is not provided. That is B. So let's see it. So let me type B here and let's press enter. So you can see that breakfast is not provided. So it's showing no. So that is the evidence that the function that we have applied is correct. So let me change back to Q. Now we are done with this. So now let's move to step 18. Cell B10 to B15 must display the names of all properties. Display names of all properties in the location entered in B4 by the user. If there are less than 6 properties available in that location, cell not displaying a property name should be blank. So there's a conditional statement here that if a user entered a particular location into cell B4 and if the property's name is less than 6, so the cell is going to display a blank cell. It means that nothing will be displayed in that particular cell. So there is tendency that in a particular location the names of property may be less than 6. So the sixth one is going to display a blank cell. It means that nothing will be there. So that is what this question is talking about. So enter the formula in cell B10 that display the first property, and then replicate this formula into cell B11 to B15. So we are going to enter the formula into B10 so that the first property will be displayed. So now let's go there. B10 equals to, if, that is the conditional statement that has been attached to that question. Then you open your brackets. Now, how can we determine this? Whether it's going to be VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP. Now, let's go to the property table which we are going to make reference to. This is the location. If you look at this location now, the location, this is location 1, location 2, location 3, location 4, location 5, location 6, location 7, and all these one are the properties names. So now, since the arrangement of the location is in horizontal, so definitely this is going to be HLOOKUP. So I will delete this, then I will type HLOOKUP. So I can find it from here. Now the lookup value is going to be what? Is going to be location, which is B4. Which is what? B4. If you look at it very well, said cell B10 to B15 must display the names of all properties in the location entered in B4 by the user. So definitely the lookup value is going to be B4. B4. So B4 is the lookup value. Now, looking at this, this cell B4 must be constant. Must be what? Must be constant. Now, let's leave it as relative cell reference first. You will see what I am talking about. So, at the end of everything, we are going to make this absolute cell reference. We are going to make it constant, but let's leave it as relative first. Then command, then the table array is going to be the property tables. So you select this, select from B2 to H8 then after that go back to your this. So now the row index, we are not going to say either what is it called, 1 2 3 or 4, 1 2 3 or 4, but we are going to make reference to the cell A10, cell A10. So the number has been given in this file. So cell A10, then plus 1. It means that if before, that is, if the H lookup is this time around, now I am going to put it as what? Exact match, which is false. And I can as well what? I can as well type 0. So this time around I will close the brackets. So I will say equals to 0. That is, if this is equals to 0, is going to display the first what? The first property name. So it means that I am going to make reference to the H lookup. Then comma, if I press enter on this, okay, so command. Now don't forget that the question says if there are less than 6 properties available in that location, cell not displaying a property name should be blank, and this is where we are going to apply that. So you are going to introduce quotation mark, so to make that cell, to make where the property names are not up to 6, that is, if they are less than 6, so the cell is going to be what? Is going to be blank. So now command H lookup, then the cell property, the lookup value is still B4. We are still going to make it as what? Absolute cell reference. So the table array is from here to here. Command the row index number A10, that's cell A10, plus 1. Command, that is false. You can as well apply 0. you can apply 0. It will still work. It will still work. So now I will close the bracket. The bracket is going to be, the close bracket is going to be 2 close bracket. So now I'll press enter. So now if I replicate this formula, there is tendency for the cell B11 to display not available, because we're supposed to make this cell constant, which is the what? Which is the lookup value. So now let's quickly. So let me replicate. So it's showing not available. So now let's go to the function or the formula. I will make this one absolute cell reference. How can I do that? Just press your F4 on your keyboard. By the time you press your F4 on your keyboard, the $sign will be displayed. So it means that you have made that cell constant. So you will do the same here, F4. So if I press enter, then I now come back here and replicate the formula. So you can see it. So because this cell needs to be what? To be constant. To be constant. Now let's verify this blank space. According to the question, this is correct, but let's remove this quotation mark and see the effect. Now let me replicate. So you can see that in this location, the number of property names are less than 6. So the 6th one is still displaying 0, but according to the question, it said it must display a blank cell. Because we have removed the what is it called, the quotation. So this quotation that we have put here is the one that will make this cell to be blank. So now let me go and put it back. Quotation mark, that's double quotation. Then let me press enter. So now let me go and replicate. Yes. So our formula is fine, it's correct. So we are done with this. Save your spreadsheet, and let's save it. Ctrl S. Now print your spreadsheet showing the formula. Make sure it is in landscape orientation. The row and column headings are displayed. The content of all cells are fully visible and can be easily read. So now let's quickly go and do our printout too. We have saved, go to file, then your print. So now the column heading and the row are not displayed here. So and it must be displayed. So you go to no scaling, then you click on custom scaling option, then you go to sheet, then from there you activate row and column headings. So after you have done that, just click OK. So this is the column heading and this is the row heading. Now let's change the orientation to portrait, to landscape. So this is how the printout will come out. Now it says show formula. Show formula. So we have not done that. So let's go back again. So that to show the formula, how can we do that? Go to data, go to formula, click on formula, then you will now see show formulas. Just click on that. So now if you look at this, you will see that not all the formula that are displaying. So let's adjust this a bit. So adjust this a bit. Now let's adjust this so that all the formula will be, all the content will be visible. Yes. Yes. So we are now good to go. Now let's go and print. So landscape. So let's fit. Let's go back. Okay. So let's print. You can see there's tendency for this one to cut. Go to no scaling. Let's fit it. Yes, so this is how it will come out. This is how your printer will come out. Just select the printer name and send it to printer. Excuse me. So now the next question. So we are done with this one. We are done with this. Step 20. Print your spreadsheet showing the values. Make sure the printout fits on a single portrait page. Row and column headings are not displayed. Content of all cells are fully visible and can be easily read. So now let's go and deactivate show formula. So this is how it will come out. So you can adjust it a bit. Okay. Now go to print. So this time around is going to be portrait. So they said column heading and column and row heading are not displayed. Go to your setup sheet and go and deactivate this. So you can see it's no longer there. So now let's go and fit it. So fit sheet on one page. So this is our print preview. So just send this one to printer, then you have your print out 3. So we are done with this one. Step 21. Change the data to produce a list of properties with a room type of G in this location. So what we are going to do, we are going to type this. Okay, let me go back. The location is going to be like this. So let me bold face it. Let me bold it in the center. Then the room type is going to be G. Then you press enter. So this is the properties name that is going to display. according to the question. Row and column heading are not displayed. So we've done that. So now let's go and print. Let's see, it's already in portrait. So content of all cells are fully visible and can be easily read. Row and column heading are not displayed. So we are good to go. Just send this one to printer, then you have your print out 4. You have your printout 4. So we are done with this paper, which is the data analysis, the spreadsheet aspect of this paper. So if you can be able to do this one correctly, then you have total mark of 34. You have total mark of 34. So thank you. You can subscribe to my YouTube for more videos. Thank you so much.